Welcome to the video. My name is Monty Weaver. If this is your very first time watching one of my videos, you may want to subscribe to the channel if you want to learn digital strategies, how to leverage technology and social media, different ways that you can actually bootstrap your way using free and low-cost tools to really help you get the job done. In this video, I want to talk about live streaming, and specifically for my churches and for my houses of worship. Now, if you're a coach, maybe you're a speaker or an entrepreneur or even small business owner, you can still very much use what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But I really want to talk to my churches and ministries. I do a lot of work in consulting with churches along the East Coast, and with the outbreaks of coronavirus and with different natural disasters that may happen and just weather in general that may cause churches to close their doors for a Sunday or maybe even multiple Sundays, there could be a catastrophic effect because of it. This means lost donations coming into the church and those people that actually work for the church being seriously affected. And so we know that across the country, our faith is something that really keeps people together. It really helps people get through tough times. And so I really want to help my churches, my ministry workers, my pastors and leaders and elders of the church. If you know anybody that fits into that category, make sure you share this video with them. I want to show you how you can actually live stream your services. And even after everything returns back to normal, this is still a way that you can effectively reach your congregation and reach the audiences around the world that you might have the message that speaks directly to them. And this is a way that you can actually do that, leveraging the power of digital. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to use free software to actually accomplish this goal, how to have awesome professional level live stream productions, and how you can have just one person actually do this whole thing for you. So you may be in a situation where you can't even go to your house of worship, and maybe you're going to live stream from your office, from your home, and you have a laptop. This can work for you. And maybe you want to take this to your house of worship and have your media team actually do the whole service live streaming to social media platforms or maybe to your website. One person can actually operate this whole system that I'm going to show you. You could actually operate this whole system that I'm going to show you. If you have a very small church, or maybe you have limited knowledge in the church from a technology standpoint, don't worry about that. This is super simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. Now, this video is going to be a little bit quicker, so I'm going to move a little fast, but if you need to rewind it, watch it again, feel free to do it. Also, below this video, there's going to be a link to a 2-hour boot camp specifically for this, where I'm taking it slow, I'm taking it easy, I'm really showing you how to use different things and different ways that you can leverage the power of live streaming for your church and for your ministry. So check the link below, make sure you get subscribed, and without further ado, let's jump into the computer and let's start live streaming. So the very first thing you'll want to do is go to the website obsproject.com. That's obsproject.com. Or you can type in the Google search OBS Studio. Now, this software will be used for your MacBook computer or for your traditional PC computer or laptop. This is what you're going to want to install on your device and be able to live stream your services. This is a free software to download, and all you have to do is simply choose which version of the computer you have, whether that's Windows, Mac, and some of you may even use Linux. You can even download it for Linux as well. Once you download it and install it, then you'll be prompted to get started live streaming. Let's take a look at what the live stream software actually looks like. So once you have OBS installed, you'll be brought to a window that looks just like this. The version for this video that I'm using is OBS version 25. So let's kind of take a quick tour around the software so you know exactly where the different elements are going to be located. Now, at the very top of the screen, you'll notice the very first file section button, and that's where we're going to begin. Once I click on the file button, I'm going to go to settings, and the first thing we want to do is make sure that we adjust our settings accordingly. On the general tab, we can leave everything as default. You may want to change between the theme, where you can change how the theme actually looks, the color of the menus, but other than that, just leave everything how it is. The second section we're going to look at is stream. And stream is where you want to actually broadcast your service. So whether that's on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook Live, select the option that works best for you. If you want to stream to multiple platforms at the exact same time, you'll want to look at the restream.io function. Now, we won't talk about it in this video, but this is a platform that lets you stream to multiple places simultaneously. The next section we want to look at is the output section. We want to make sure that we're using the proper encoder and the proper rescale output. Now, if you have a newer computer, you'll definitely want to use the NVIDIA H.264 processor and make sure that the rescale output is set to 1920 by 1080. That's HD quality on a free platform. The very next section we want to look at is our audio section. All of these can remain default. The next section is the video section. We want to look at the base canvas resolution and the output scaled resolution. You want to make sure that both of these are also set to 1920 by 1080p full HD. Now, at any time during your streaming, if you notice any lagging or maybe there's jittery going on with your streaming, you can down your resolution to 720p resolution. But if you have a good operating computer, you should have no problem going full HD. And then we'll skip down to the advanced section. Again, all these defaults will remain the same. Once everything is completed, simply hit apply and hit OK. Now let's get started building our live stream set. Now, one of the most important things that you're going to want to include is your actual video camera or webcam. So if you're actually doing this from your computer and you're the only person in the room, you're going to be looking right at your computer screen and your webcam. So if you have a built-in camera, that works great. If you have an external webcam, that works great as well. Maybe you want to use the camera that's in your current facility now. You can use that as well, because this software allows you to not only be mobile, but it also allows you to be stationary at any location that you want to live stream from. So in the very left-hand side towards the bottom, there's a section called Scenes. And what we're going to do is create our main scene. So we're going to hit the plus sign and we'll call it main scene. You want to make sure that you name your scenes so that you understand all the different elements that are going to be in that particular scene. Once you name it and select OK, then we'll move over to the sources. The sources will include things like your camera, your audio. Maybe you want to play a video before the service. Maybe you want to upload images and slideshows. You can do all of that inside of this free platform. So what we're going to do in our very first main scene is we're going to hit the plus button and then we're going to add our webcam. So what we're going to look for is video capture device. Video capture device. And now we have a pop-up window and we'll call this our webcam. Again, if you have multiple cameras, you can add multiple cameras this way. We'll select OK. And now we'll be prompted with another pop-up. This is where we can actually select the actual device we want to use. And for this demonstration, I'm going to add my webcam, my Logitech webcam. Now I'm on the screen. You can see me live. We'll make sure that everything is set to default here. We can change our resolution size again to make it HD quality, 1920 by 1080, and we'll select OK. Now I am on the screen. So what you're looking at here on the left-hand side is a preview. So this is what you can create before anybody sees any changes that you're doing. And on the right side is the program side. That's the live side. Whatever is on that side is going live to the world. So let's add on some other simple elements that you might want to have during your broadcast. You may want to have a logo of your ministry or your church. Again, maybe even your business. You can use this for anything. So let's add another element source to this. We're going to go down to the plus sign in the sources column, and we're going to go to image. We can call this image anything we want. In this case, we'll add a logo. And now, just like you're used to using a traditional file browser, we'll just simply look for where our image is stored on our computer. So we'll go into Browse. I have an image on my desktop, I do believe. And then I'll double click on it, and now I can add my logo. So now you can see my logo is in the top corner of the screen. You can move it wherever you want to by simply clicking on it and then dragging it to wherever you want to go. You can actually resize it by clicking on any of the outside squares to open it and close it and make it smaller or larger. Very simple program to use. Now we'll add another element. Maybe we want to add some text on the screen. Maybe it's a scripture. Maybe it's the person talking. We'll go down and hit the plus sign once again. We'll look for text. We'll call this name, and I'll hit OK. And now we can simply type in the name or verse or whatever we want to type in of what we want to use. We can change fonts. And if we scroll down this, we can change font colors. We can change the background colors as well. So you have a lot of flexibility to make your own custom broadcasts. We'll select OK. And again, I'll make my name smaller. I'll put it down in the corner. I'll move it there and move that back correctly. And now we have a camera. We have a picture logo, and we also have text on the screen. So we've already created a broadcast that looks way better than just holding a mobile device. Now, finally, we need audio. We have to hear you. So we're going to add an audio element as well. So we're going to go down again to the plus sign. We're going to select audio input capture. We're going to call this our microphone. If you're doing this inside of your ministry, you want to use your soundboard mixer if you have one. If you have an external boom microphone that picks up audience noise, you can add those as well. So we're at our microphone in here. Again, you get prompted with a list of microphones. Now what I'm going to do is add my Rode USB microphone. So let me pull that over here so you can see it. So this is my Rode microphone. I'll select that. I'll hit OK. And now sometimes when you add a microphone, it doesn't quite pick up in the system. All you'll want to do is simply close the OBS program. You want to open it back up again. So we'll go back and we'll open OBS Studio. And now at the very bottom, you'll see my audio meter with my microphone moving up and down. The sliders in the middle will allow you to increase the volume, and it will allow you to decrease the volume. So based on how loud the speaker is or how soft the speaker is, you want to pay attention to that. But in most cases, you won't have to adjust it that much. So this slider will allow you to adjust the audio. Now we have a full presentation that we can show. Now we can add multiple scenes and create different elements. So maybe let's add one more scene so you can see what a transition looks like. So we'll create a brand new scene and we'll just leave it as default. We'll call it scene 2. And in this scene, we'll add one source, which will be an image. We'll simply browse for the location of that image. So in this case, I'll grab my live stream setup here. I can simply resize this by grabbing the edges of it. And maybe I actually want to make this a little bit bigger. I can actually drag it off the screen as long as I fill in that entire 16:9 window. You want to make sure that whatever you're showing on the preview is exactly what you want to share on the output side. Now, to go from preview to program to the live side, all you have to do is hit that middle button called transition. And now we have a new live output. So if you want to put up slides before service, or maybe it was a video file there and you want to play a video and then switch back to the speaker later, you can do that as well. So OBS Studio is the platform you can definitely leverage when you want to do professional live streaming. Now, there's a couple of options you have. In the bottom right-hand corner, you have an option to start streaming and start recording. So based on your computer, if your computer can handle it, and most of them can, you should be able to start streaming and you can record your services locally to your computer hard drive. So what I would recommend is for your very first test is to just hit the start recording button. And that way you can practice what it's like to transfer one scene to the next, to upload everything. If you've never done live streaming and you're at home talking to your audience, it's a little bit different. So you want to maybe practice just talking to the camera and recording it, and then watching the recording to making sure that you're keeping eye contact with the camera. So it's little things like that that you'll definitely want to practice before you get live stream committed all the way. So just take 1 second to practice. I know you're eager to get started, but just take 1 second to practice. Once you hit start recording, you are live. And then once you're done, all you have to do is hit that button again. It actually says stop streaming and stop recording, and then your broadcast will stop. So this is how you can do it. Now, how do you actually go to the live stream platform of your choice? Well, at the very beginning, I told you there was options of Facebook and YouTube. Now, for the sake of this YouTube video, we'll only focus on Facebook right now. It's a very popular platform to go to the live stream on. So in order to do that, what you'll want to do is switch over to Facebook. And let's do that right now. So once you're on Facebook, you'll want to go to the website facebook.com/live/create. facebook.com/live/create. And you'll want to click the big blue button, create live stream. Now, once you create live stream, you will actually be prompted with a server URL information and your stream key information. This is essential to actually making your live stream go. So what we'll need to do is first, on the right-hand side, make sure we check where do we want to live stream to. Do you want to live stream to your personal page? Or maybe you want to live stream a page you manage. We'll select on a page we manage, and we manage multiple pages. So we'll go down to our church's page here. We'll do Victorious Believers Community Church to make sure that our live stream prompts and goes there. We'll then title our message, and we'll do Sunday Service. And now we can add a title. So whatever the message of the title will be. And then we can actually add tags and more. But let's get this information over into our OBS platform. What we'll need to do is copy our entire stream key. So we'll copy that. We'll open up OBS. And we'll go into File. We'll go into Settings. We'll go into Stream. And we'll make sure that we have Facebook Live selected. Don't worry about the server, that's default. That is the exact same for everyone. But what we will need to do is paste our stream key. We'll hit apply and we'll hit OK. Now we're ready to go live. Are you excited? All you have to do now is hit the start streaming button in the bottom right hand corner. And now OBS is going to talk to Facebook. Now, you're not actually live yet. You do have a little bit of time before you're live. So keep that in mind, because there is actually one more step to make it permanent. We'll go back into Facebook, and now you can see Facebook is connecting with OBS, and it's going to bring in the actual live video signal. Once it brings in the preview of what your live stream looks like, all you're going to do is at the very bottom right, you're going to hit Go Live. Once you hit Go Live, immediately start talking. Don't wait for people to show up on a live broadcast, because people are going to watch your replay and they will see everything. So start talking as soon as you hit that Go Live button. So I hope that has helped you out with being able to start to live stream your videos. My name is Monty Weaver, teaching you digital strategies to help you grow your organizations, to help you grow your businesses and your nonprofits. This live stream workshop that I'm doing is going to be a 2-hour long live stream workshop. So if you're watching this after March 23rd, you can definitely still watch the replay. If you're watching this prior to March 23rd, consider subscribing to the channel, checking the description in this YouTube video to learn how you can get set up to actually join us as we walk through step by step how to set up live streaming for your nonprofit, for your church, and for your ministry. If you have a team that's going to actually be operating this for you, I would encourage you to invite them as well so they can actually get the knowledge to actually do this for you on a regular basis. After the world returns to its normal state, being able to live stream is something that you can continue to do, and now you've already got the tools equipped and ready to go. My name is Monty Weaver, and I'll see you on the next broadcast.